What's up, guys? I'm getting everything in order for the final batch of suspension hooks. This is my farewell batch for the custom titanium thread lock suspension hooks. So I was kind of getting nostalgic and I was looking through videos of making hooks, and I realized I actually sat down to do like a full overview of what it takes to make these hooks. And I never shared it with anyone. It's really kind of silly, but I filmed it, and I filmed it right before I sold my equipment. So I was really busy, like getting everything ready for my move, and I just never finished it. There were a few steps at the end that didn't get documented because I was just out of time, but I sort of filled it in a little bit with some other clips. As you'll see, it's a very complicated process. I got to break this video up into like a few separate videos to make it even fit on Facebook. But yeah, it should be enlightening, and it should kind of put into perspective just how much went into making these hooks. And as much as I hate to leave, you'll probably kind of see why by the end. You'll understand a little bit more, because I hate to go and take these away because they'll never be made again. Not on this level. If anyone does, I kind of feel bad for them, because I know how much money was spent designing these and making them compared to how much money was brought in, and it's just a sad situation. There's a reason why this is my farewell batch. But if anyone does try to go down this road and make these hooks, I hope you hold yourself to high standards as well. There's definitely a good number of really lousy suspension hooks out there, and we really don't need any more of them. So if I can in the future, I'll make batches of the standard stainless frame thread locks. But as far as these big crazy custom ones with anodizing and engraving and all that really fancy stuff, it's just not really worth it. But there is still a little bit of time if you guys want to pick up some of these hooks. Don't delay. I'm going early next month to make this batch, and once it's done, because I don't have a machine, that's kind of it. So I hope that if you love these, you were able to get a pair, and to all of those who have supported me throughout the years, thank you. I really appreciate it. This is a labor of love, but I created some art that I'm very proud of. And anyway, hopefully this will give you a little bit more appreciation for what exactly went into making the Dissected Art threadlock suspension hooks. So here we go. These parts here, these are the frames. This is pre-bending. That all starts with this big piece of metal. So let's go ahead and cut this down to size, and then we can fit it on the machine to actually cut it. Safety first. Yeah, that part's a lot of work. But go and I stack up these pieces here. And then I cut them down into strips like these. So the thing with these it has to be cut down to this length to actually put on the machine. However, I have to have a way to mount these, so I have to drill and tap holes through these to hold it down to the fixture to actually machine it on the mill. The problem is, none of these are the exact same width or length because I cut them out on a bandsaw. And obviously you can see that's a somewhat crude way of cutting these parts. So I got to throw them on the machine and surface them down to the correct dimensions so I can put them on the first of 3 fixtures. So let's get that done, then we can move on. So I have loaded in all the parts. These clamps expand whenever I tighten them down. So by doing that, it holds them down while leaving the top of the frames exposed and the ends. So I can surface off this material to the correct width and then this material to the correct length. Go ahead and tighten these down and we'll start the file. Make sure they're pushed down into place before I tighten it down. You don't want any gaps, otherwise this won't come out correctly. And if it doesn't come out correctly, I can't put them in the next fixture and then the frames go to waste. Okay, so it's off the machine now, but the way it cuts leaves these big burrs on it, so it won't actually fit on the next fixture very well. So we will go ahead and hit it on the grinder and take that burr off of there. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got a nice clean edge that won't get caught on any of the bolts that I require to mount it. Okay, moving on to fixture number 2. Okay, so now that I have all of those parts cut into, or all of that material cut into strips and then deburred, I've mounted it to the second fixture. And the second fixture is just there to drill and tap holes so that I can mount it to the third fixture. These holes will actually be machined out, so these threads are, this is basically a sacrificial operation. Everything I'm machining here is being machined out after this. But that's the only way to hold them to the fixture in a very secure way, to where there isn't vibration and I get very precise dimensions and a very clean surface finish, like jewelry and stuff. So have a look at this. So there are all the frames. It holds 36 on this fixture. So anyway, let's go ahead and run them. So I went through and now I have spot drilled all the holes. So that just makes the second drill that actually drills through go in a very specific spot. The drill bit won't like walk off to the side or anything, because these are very important for the next fixture. If they aren't in the right place, it just won't cut the hooks properly.